My little chicken is getting more and more squished every time I take it out of its bag.
That's a good point. Is it copyright infringement? I mean, it doesn't look.
If Twitch gets angry,
It's an image.
It's small enough to where if you're squinting, it kind of looks like a vague. Yeah.
That's the problem we want.
Yeah.
Wait, people deliberately want problems?
No, nobody wants a problem.
Oh, I see.
It would be nice if we were big enough to where we'd have to worry about a small image of an X-wing triggering copyright.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. That's about right.
Yeah, it's why I instinctively changed some names of things, because I was like, oh, I don't want there to be. Yeah, I don't like. I know there won't be conflicts of interest because we're so small, but at the same time, I don't want there to be conflicts. So I have had to change a few names.
Oh shit.
Yeah, in fact, I can tell you what. Yeah, no, I will tell you
What?
the name changes. There have been some. So
Ruby is no longer Ruby. Okay.
no. Lyria is now Loria.
Okay.
Norska
Yeah.
is now Northka.
Okay.
You can see I've been really clever with my names.
You've been really clever here.
I've changed them just enough to where.
Why don't think outside but press right up against the box?
Yeah.
Can't remember where that's equivalent.
Yeah, no. Rivia is now Riss. The city of Monka is now Mosca.
Yeah.
Gwynlek, none of you know of, which is fine. No, that one. Winterhold is now Winter's Rest.
Okay.
And the Cadian Gate is now the Tulu Gate. Then there are more, but luckily you guys haven't run into those ones that have had their name changes. So I know, I keep meaning to go back through all of my digital maps and change all of the names, but I've just been I haven't found
I'd suck at that. I'd really suck at that.
Anyway, the announcement's gone live.
And now.
Hello! Welcome to our trying to be weekly stream of Everchosen.
As with many D&D games.
Yes. Doesn't always work, but we're trying. I am your host, Feargus. With me are my lovely players. Say hello, lovely players.
Hello, lovely
Hello.
players.
Hello,
Hello,
lovely
Hello,
players.
lovely players.
I knew you guys were going to do that. Lee will be joining us shortly. He's just out doing real life things. Matt, unless you can think of any important announcements we have as Wayfarers.
So the only one I think I've got is this Sunday, right before I do behind the GM screen here on Twitch. We are going to be having our next GM's chat. We're bringing that back after a month's hiatus, whilst we were all very busy and doing other things within the community. But we're bringing it back. We're doing more. So that's all really great. And we have our subscriber goal still going until we do our one-shot live stream here on Twitch. Currently, we are at 4 subscribers. We are trying to get to 20. If you help us achieve that goal, thank you very much. We will be hopefully reaching that fairly soon. We did quite well with our first subscription goal, and we are still looking to set a date for that Homebrew Lab special. But when that time comes, we will let you know in our Discord. So if you are not currently a member of the Wayfarers League Discord, head on over to wayfarersleague.com and come and join us in the community there to get all of the announcements ahead of time. And if you want really early access to all of the announcements, you can also join our paid memberships, which get early access to basically everything that we do. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that all sounds very lovely and exciting. But with those announcements out of the way, let us recap last session, which was an interesting one. As last time you guys made plans to steal a artifact from an auction house within the city of Midtown, and your plan had been to use the remainder of your polyweed, your hallucinogenic drug that you've picked up, to hotbox the auction house.
yeah.
I can never say that with a straight face. You, not being sure that this method of drugging innocent people would work, you decided to test the effects of burning polyweed on one of your party members. And Kez, being the good guy that he is, volunteered to test this out. So renting a room in one of the local inns, you shut Kez in a wardrobe with some of the polyweed.
With a makeshift bong.
Yeah, with essentially the world's first bong. And Kez, you inhaling this smoke were turned into a cat, and proceeded to jump out of the cupboard when it was opened. Hubert, feeling that he and you in fact leapt out of one of the open windows that was being used for ventilation. Yeah, with Hubert, feeling that he couldn't let one of his friends simply run off into the streets, gave chase, but unfortunately lost Kez the cat in the crowd. Kez the cat went looking for food and interesting things, and stumbled in your search upon a small boy who seemed to take an enormous liking to you. And after what seemed like a bit of an argument with his father, who looked quite well off, ended up bringing you back to their home. However, unfortunately for the boy and for Kez, the polyweed ran out a few minutes after this boy brought you home, and you had to make a hasty retreat, avoiding guards who had been called to quite a rich part of town after a strange man had appeared in their home and their newfound alley cat had disappeared. While all of that was going on, the rest of the group, knowing that Kez would eventually turn back into his human form, went out buying supplies, checking their items just to make sure that everything was ready for the upcoming heist. And once Kez had rejoined you, along with Hubert, who'd found a stray alley cat that sort of looked like Kez the cat, you guys headed to the Salt Road auction house. There, Marina turning herself, along with Marisk and Hubert, who had been chosen to aid her in the heist, invisible. You snuck in through the back.
I turned them invisible. I turned myself into a...
That's right. You disguised yourself as a gnome.
As a gnome. Or something.
Yes. Disguising yourself as one of the workers at the auction house. You snuck in with the merry trio snuck in through the back door, through the kitchen area, and headed up to the main auction house itself, where there was a bit of confusion with Hubert not quite getting the full scale of the plan, rather than sort of breaking these little vials that you'd made filled with the polyweed smoke. He kind of just crushed it in his hand and stood there. And you guys almost been rumbled by one of the patrons, a quite tall, alban-skinned elven woman. However, the moment the polyweed started and people started being turned into animals, she seemed rather distracted by that rather than the interesting-looking individuals that had found their way in. Marina grabbing the artifact and replacing it with a illusionary copy, ran out with Marisk quickly behind her. Hubert kind of following a bit behind after he realized that none of his friends were in the auction house anymore. Kez, John, and Frey, meanwhile, were all standing outside keeping guard, trying to distract the guards at the front of the house from noticing anything too soon, using your newfound alley cat to kind of send it in and try and distract them. However, when people started pouring out the front door screaming about strange animals and there being a fire, the city guard quickly came onto the scene, started barking orders for people to find buckets of water and try to put out this imaginary fire. And at that, the group decided that they would beat a hasty retreat and leave Midtown pretty rapidly, heading your way back south towards the city of Burgate in the adjacent kingdom. And we pick back up with you guys sort of quickly, but not too quickly, leaving the city. And as you're kind of walking out down the tradeway south, you hear town criers shouting of a fire at the Salt Road Auction House. The guards are perplexed at strange creatures appearing, and there being no fire. And you also pick up one of them crying, reports of orc attacks on the roads around Winter's Rest. Orc tribes moving south for the war. Along with various other tidbits of the news, you hear one crying, battle at Riverton, decisive victory for the Northerners. Nasari Empire forces pushed back to River's mouth. And other small little tidbits of news filtering in from other parts of the north and the continent. But you make your way out without being stopped.
Okay.
I believe we got away with that.
You mean to tell me all that insanity actually worked?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Plus, we got a free cat.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. We did get a free cat.
Wait, what cat? Oh,
BC.
Fake Kez?
BC.
BC.
Yeah.
Yeah, BC.
Okay.
And what do we do with this cat?
Well, either we keep it, or one of us tells Hubert he can't.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hubert's kind of got this cat kind of in his arms, and he's just stroking it as he's walking along.
Yeah, I'm fine with keeping the cat.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, we have a cat now.
Come in handy.
Forward, I guess.
Back to Burgate.
Okay, you guys start heading on the road south towards Burgate. It's probably around 1 o'clock in the afternoon by this point. So you'd get you'd probably be able to get a good half day's travel in. And as you kind of start heading on the road that you came here on, you pass the farmlands that stretch for a good sort of 6 or 7 miles that surround Midtown. And eventually you head into the small woodland areas that the tradeway, this major road network that stretches up the continent, mainly goes through, especially in the north. And you make good time. You eventually come to, as the sun begins to set, and it's sitting earlier and earlier each day as the autumn months slowly turn into winter. You find a good place to camp where sort of you're protected from, you're close enough to the road where if you need to sort of beat a hasty retreat, you can do, but you're sort of you're far enough into the woods to where you're sort of a bit hidden.
Marina does her usual routine of setting up Liamon's tiny hut and then doing an alarm spell around the outside of it.
Okay.
And once she's done, she pretty much just collapses down onto her back and begins hyperventilating.
You're right there.
There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't think I should be the person in the front line when we do these plans.
You know what might help you relax?
Don't say a drinking game.
The
I was
keg.
going to say drinking game. I was going to say try and identify what the thing we took was.
Right, I should do that too. Yeah, okay.
Marina,
No
as
rush.
you're
If you wanna
lying,
if you want to take your time, then take it. But I thought that might be calming.
Marina, as you're kind of lying on your back, hyperventilating, Hubert kind of walks over and just places BC on your chest.
Oh, this would be so much nicer if it weren't a homeless alley cat. Okay,
That seems prejudiced, but I can't tell why.
good mangy creature. Okay,
Speaking of,
I'm okay.
Well-
I'm okay.
I think I'll have a little celebration from my travel keg.
Jesus.
All right,
Who decided it was a good idea for John to have one of those?
I did. He complained a lot when we were on the road, and there was.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
It was a very good idea. Does anyone else want one?
No,
I must admit, I
Saying you'd
see the
share.
appeal.
no, I do. I'm stupid when I drink.
Really?
No, you're great. You made a cocktail. It was delicious.
I'm not. We're not doing this again. Give
Oh.
me. Where's the thing? I'm gonna identify it.
I thought you had it.
I've got it. Maybe, I don't know. It's a long day. Okay. I take the.
For some reason, no one gave it to me.
I have no idea why.
Weird thing. Unlike the last artifact that you guys picked up for the collector, Free, you don't seem inherently drawn to this one. There's not that pull that you felt with the memory egg.
Yeah, it just looks like a piece of garbage. Don't get why we're doing this, but money.
That is why we're doing this. All right. Let me see what's going on, and I will take out my stuff and start doing a ritual identify spell on the.
Okay. No, that's fine. After 10 minutes, you know that this item is known as the Folding Kingdom of Zimit, the Eternal Sun.
Okay. Do I know what it does or what it is specifically?
You would know that it's a map of some kind.
Oh, okay.
A magical map.
See. It's a map. And would I have any idea how to read the map? I can make a check if you want.
Yeah, go ahead and make a Arcana check for me.
Or
Because identifying is just like, you know what it is, you know what it does.
yeah. Okay. I didn't do a test on any of my dice today, so I have no idea which ones are going to roll well. 15.
15, okay. You take it, you're carefully inspecting the cylinder that it comes in, and it's a beautifully designed cylinder. It's sort of this leather, but it looks like it's almost made of dragon scales. The runes around it seem they don't seem magical or useful in any way. They just seem decorative.
And you kind of take it, and as you're playing with it, the top kind of twists. And as it twists, you hear a tonk. And you twist it again, you hear another tonk. And then and the map the cylinder starts turning. And as it turns, it kind of unravels and folds out. And what you see is a beautifully mirrored sheet of metal, and etched on it seems to be a map of the continent. And as it unravels, as this map kind of finished unraveling, the case that it's in kind of starts to fold over itself, and you see that it's a map of the night sky.
Oh. It's a celestial map. Interesting.
Does it point to anything? Is there like an X?
So
At the moment, it's it's sort of this. There's the sheet of metal. With the map of the continent kind of etched on it, and then kind of hanging over it is this celestial map.
So okay.
Like a magical illusion, or it's another piece of metal?
No, it looks like the celestial map is carved on the inside of what was the case.
Okay.
That's kind of like folded out and is now hanging over the map.
So, in my studies, would I be able to recognize any celestial bodies or star signs or constellations in the star map that exist present day or maybe at some point in history?
No, yeah, you can clearly see the two moons.
So I'm talking more constellations.
Oh, okay.
Constellations tend, like over large periods of times, they change.
And
because the stars are constantly moving, but at the distance that they move from the planet, this is a whole thing. But basically, you could look at a star map from thousands of years ago; it would look completely different to a star map of today.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. No, you do actually recognize constellations. You see it's weird because this map looks old, and with a name of the folding kingdom of Zimmet, the Eternal Sun. It seems like an old map, but the constellations all look present, recent ones that as you kind of look up you can see.
Okay, cool. So this looks like a more recent map that's been made. Or at least like maybe not as far
or at least the constellations on it are recent.
The constellations are recent.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, fair enough. So like I wouldn't date this star map back to like the Calamity or anything like that. It would be
no.
Right.
No.
That was the main thing, was to whether or not that.
No. You wouldn't rate this star map back to the Calamity.
How do you spell Zimmet?
Zimyt. Zimmet, the Eternal Sun.
Yeah. So we have that onto this one.
So there's nothing on the map that indicates where I guess this kingdom might be.
No, it just looks like a map of the continent. In fact, Kez, and anybody that's kind of making a closer look at the map, make me a survival check. Marina, you can make me one too as well.
That would be 7.
That would,
17 for me.
I also got a 7.
Okay.
I got an 18.
Oh well.
It's weird. As you guys are all
15.
Looking at the map, it doesn't look like you see discrepancies. Kez, you can see, especially in places around sort of the Southland, you see that there should be markings of cities in places that aren't, and you see markings of cities where there are no cities. And then you suddenly notice that there are places missing where there should be, and then you see a few markings with city names that you don't recognize at all. The Trulian Gate is gone, like it's just not there, marked on it. You see the capital of the Kingdom of Reister, Freyam, isn't on the map. Some northern cities aren't on the map. Riss. It isn't on the map, and there seem to be weird little discrepancies.
And so like you're saying, there's also cities that are on the map that don't exist.
That don't exist. Like you see, there's.
Could I make like a history check on one of the
Sure.
city names or some of the city names, just to see if I can recognize any of them? 17.
17. Okay. So you do recognize a few, and it's weird because while the star map isn't dated to the calamity, this map looks like it is.
So these cities here are from the calamity, but the pattern on the star map suggests that it's more recent than that. So
Has anyone ever heard of this Zimmet? Is that a god or?
Make a history check.
I was asking because I didn't want to be the one to make the history.
I mean, Marina can make one.
I'll make a history check.
Marina can make the history check.
No, that's
Anything knowledge based, we pass over to you.
that's a 9. I rolled a 2.
No.
I'm gonna roll a history check for the sake of it.
Okay.
Good, great, that'll work.
I got a 15.
No, you got no idea.
Alright.
I get advantage on history check. Oh, I got 19.
19. Okay. As you're kind of sitting there, and Maris, you're kind of repeating the words over and over again in your, just kind of under your breath. Zoom out. Zoom out. It kind of hits you like a lightning bolt. That you remember a story that the hunters told you when you were training with them. That Zimmet was the name of the last great dragon king. And that Zimmet was the name of the last great dragon king.
Well, our dear friend seems to like his dragon-related articles again.
Yeah, I'm still working on under the suspicion that this guy might just be a dragon.
Wouldn't surprise me at this point. He's fucking obsessed. He's worse than I am.
I mean, bottom line, I don't think this thing is dangerous.
No, I mean it's an old map. So
Very interesting.
yeah, but I'm just so curious as to why the stars are different.
Magic.
I have a crazy theory. It just seems a bit like maybe a bit too crazy. Because there's always these ideas about time, and maybe the materials I got from the silver might actually help with this a bit more. But a notion that time is centrical, that when everything ends, it starts up again, and the whole events just replay again, or similar events replay through again. But I don't know. I'm thinking maybe the calamity was like a world-ending event, and then we're on another cycle of this world, and the fact that the stars are lining up in the same way that they do now on this map could indicate that we're leading towards a second calamity. This is
Well, that sounds
Whoa.
That's a very wild theory and a very heavily speculated, but I'm just spitballing, and that I don't know.
Ominous coming from the divination wizard.
It's not the most ominous thing I've said, I'm sure. And this is not.
well.
There is no magic behind this. No magic behind this prediction. This is me just trying to find a way to make sense of this map.
Where's the bloody chronomancer when you need her?
Probably somewhere else in time, but I have her books, so I'm gonna work on that and try and solve whatever puzzles she created with her magic. Let's not think about it too much. I could be way off. I am really just trying to make sense of something. Trying to make sense of something that doesn't make sense.
I mean, do we actually want to know that much about this thing? We're not supposed to even have opened the bloody tube.
No, we must be curious.
Yeah, no, we're not going to say anything. It's just.
No, I'm not saying we should. It's just the more we know, the more we have potential to, fuck up.
I'm much more confident in my prediction that the collector is actually a dragon. That I'm much more confident in. This was just a wild speculation and me kind of thinking out loud. Please don't get too concerned about that, because I have no idea if I'm even close to that. But that's.
It could be nothing.
So how do we lure him out if he's a dragon? I want to know. Curious minds need to know.
I don't think I've ever actually looked at the collector with my true sight.
Well, start there.
Oh no, I don't even have true sight yet. No, I would need to get access to that. I have seen visibility, which is a different thing. No, I need to get access to true sight, but that's a really powerful spell.
Okay, plan B, we just stab him.
Or
Plan C, we just ask.
Yeah, because that's gonna work.
Why not?
I could try detecting magic on him and seeing if there's any transmutation, but he could have some kind of non-detections up, so that might not work. I don't know. There's holes in everything.
Or we go back to Novigrad and we steal the dragon from Thingy's tower and we put it against the collector and see who wins.
We are not doing that. We are not
You
doing
suck.
any part of that. That
You
dragon,
never let me do anything, and you know it.
I never let you do anything that could potentially kill all of us.
Yeah, exactly. My point is you're a big sports ball.
I liked
I
his
want to kidnap
tower.
a dragon.
We are not kidnapping the dragon that is locked away in my master's tower.
How about Whiskers?
Whiskers? Why would you want Whiskers?
Why wouldn't you want Whiskers?
Because
We already have a cat.
Because we already have a cat, and Whiskers is a dick.
Okay, so short of duct taping some dragon wings onto this cat, I want Whiskers.
No.
Hold on a sec. If I summon the chickens and cut enough chicken wings off, can I turn this cat into a dragon?
They disappear.
As soon as you hurt them.
I am just...
What's duct tape?
Stop metagaming my metagame.
I guess tape to use on angry ducks bills when they get a bit aggressive.
Oh, they made tape for that.
I think
Oh,
so.
that's brilliant. I wish I thought that.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's not strong enough for geese. They're the real awful ones.
No, they're mean
Geese,
bastards. They are.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
so we
If someone
tape some
managed to
geese
make
wings
geese
onto
tape,
this cat.
then it will be. It will
Yeah.
make sense.
That doesn't seem very fair on the geese. I mean, you can fight a geese, but I'm not fighting a geese.
A geese.
I
A
Learn
geese?
English.
I think it's a goose. It's a goose.
Learn English.
I know English.
Technically common for the sake of this game, but...
Speak common, man.
Do you think I'm speaking?
I just start cursing in some language that you don't all know because I'm pretty sure Marina knows most of the languages I do.
I know, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know.
What language do you start cursing in?
What do I have that Marina doesn't know?
I don't know.
What languages do you have?
Wait, I've
Very-
somehow lost Sylvan. How has that been deleted off my character sheet?
You've,
I think I know Sylvan and Celestial that you don't.
I don't know Sylvan or Celestial. You're right on that.
Okay. I start cursing in one of those.
Okay. Faye starts cursing in a strange language that none of you quite pick up.
I just sit there kind of go, actually, it's a good thing it's probably not Infernal. I think if you curse an Infernal, that can do bad things.
I start cursing in Infernal.
No, don't curse an Infernal!
There is an enormous eruption of fire and flames. No.
Yes. Oh, I lost my chicken.
There's a brief chill in the
I lost my
air
chicken.
that none of
There's
you
my
quite
chicken.
know where it comes from.
I can't detect planar.
There are no planar portals. Cursing in Inferno doesn't do
Peering
anything.
around. Tree.
Uh-huh.
Marina's gonna do some. Is gonna just kind of like curl up in near the edge of the dome, get out her book and do some more work on her spell before going to sleep because she's a bit.
Okay, can you roll me an Arcana check for that then?
Yep. 14.
Okay. You get a bit further into it. You're starting to work out how to put it together. And you can mark off another. Yeah, you can mark off another hour or so on that.
Cool. How many hours do I actually have to spend on this? I don't actually know.
I think it's a week for level 1 spells. Let me just double check.
And I'm doing it an hour at a time. I'll never get the spell finished.
Well, it depends how long. Well, you know. Or maybe it's not. I
don't think there actually is a set in-game mechanic for it, to be honest.
Okay. Well. I'm just double checking because if there is, I'll be really annoyed with myself.
I did
because-
have a kind of quite extensive look when I decided to make up a spell because I wasn't
Okay.
sure, and I couldn't find anything. But
Okay, well, we'll say it takes. We'll say it will take. 3 days to craft it because it's not a very complicated spell, and you know what you're doing. So
It's well, it would say like
It's 2 hours
it's
per spell level and 50 gold pieces.
it's not.
oh, it's 2 hours per spell
No,
level.
no, we're not copying a spell.
Oh, we're not
over.
copying?
No.
Marina is inventing a spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll take a lot longer. I think a week for a first level is reasonable, but because it's a divination, maybe then it's 3 days because it's a specialty.
Yeah. We'll say that. Yeah, a week. Yeah, because I remember reading somewhere that it's like a week per spell level.
So we're currently.
So you've
I'm 2 days in. Then.
Yeah, you're 2 days in.
Cool. So I've got one more day to make this spell.
Wait, what spell are you making?
You'll see.
That's not at all alarming.
It's fine.
Okay. And then Marina's gonna go. Marina's after that. She's gonna go to sleep. Just like, someone wake me up for the last watch. I'm beat.
Okay, so Marina will take the last watch. Who's taking first and second watches?
I want to take the second watch so I can wake Marina up.
I'll take first.
Okay. First, really.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
Marisk and John, then Free, then Marina. So Marisk and John, could you guys make me perception checks for your watch?
I see nothing.
No, yeah, you see nothing.
14.
14. Okay. No, you guys don't notice anything. It's kind of a quiet day. Marisk, you're a bit distracted. On leaving Midtown, hearing that there are orc bands kind of moving south to take advantage of the war. You're kind of, your mind's on that, and you're just kind of replaying, or rather you're just thinking on the attack on your village and what you've kind of sworn, and that's kind of distracting you slightly. John, you're a bit more alert, but you don't notice anything. And eventually the time passes and it comes to the second watch. And you both go to bed and you wake up Free. Free, could you please make me a perception check?
Oh, God. Well, I rolled a 2. Plus 2, so 4.
And we
Okay.
all die.
Yeah,
Oops.
you're distracted as well. You're not really paying attention. You're kind of,
Oh, leaf. Oh.
yeah, you're kind of, you're thinking about things, and you really want to get that dragon that's in Master Tamrin's tower. You want to see what it can do. And and you want to know what that map's got to do with it. And yeah, you're kind of, again, just distracted. But you don't notice anything. And nothing happens. Your watch goes by without incident.
Can I wake Marina up in a very specific way?
Yeah, how do you wake Marina up?
Okay, so we're all in the tiny hut, right?
Yeah.
So I creep over and like sort of get down right on the floor next to her and then just start screaming, beep, beep, beep. And then run away before she can punch me in the face.
I was just gonna say.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fuck. Okay, if I could start rolling higher than single digits, that would be fantastic. 5.
5.
I'm getting punched.
Marina, just roll me a d20.
14.
Yeah, Marina punches you in the face.
And Kez also throw something at her. I'm pretty sure that woke me up as well.
Sure. Something goes, kind of as Marina punches you in the face, something goes flying over your head from kind of the corner where Kez is rolled up.
Worth it, but ow.
I know I'm little and I'm a wizard, but I'm also strong. Don't do stuff like that.
So,
Okay, yeah, and I'll
but yeah, Marina,
set up
you
a
can roll me a perception.
perception. 15.
15. Okay. Your watch goes by without anything. You sort of just notice the general late night, kind of early morning wildlife slowly coming into. Everybody can take their long rests.
Yay.
Did I take any hit point damage from being punched in the face?
You would have, but you would recover it from your long rest.
Yeah.
So
So
you don't take.
You would have taken 3.
But then you recover 3 from your long rest. So
Worth it.
Yep. I mean, Frey's fine with it. Marina's more than happy to just punch her every night before they have a long rest.
I don't know why, but I think Frey would be cool with that.
oh no, this is.
Have you not worked out she's mega messed up?
No, we all know that. We all know that.
Yeah.
Didn't know she was a drug dealer, but you know, sure.
I love that. That was such a funny reveal.
I'm not sure if I'm more concerned if that would be a masochistic thing or just a kink. But
I think it's a bit about. If stuff like that happens, we're fading to black. That is the rule.
Who decided it was acceptable to put me on a stream?
No.
Not gonna end well for anyone.
Our game happened to coincide with the day of streaming we were doing for mental health awareness, and we decided to just keep doing it.
I'm so sorry, everybody, but at the same time, I'm really not.
Hey, you gave me 60 chickens, so a lot of this insanity is your fault somehow.
She does have a point.
But he is God,
listen,
all
I
this is
panicked.
going to his
Okay,
fault.
I panicked and forgot that buying 60 chickens when you're drunk is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. I panicked and made that magic item. Don't blame me.
Frey summons 30 chickens.
Oh, you summon your 30 chickens at the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
And it is the beginning of the day, so I need somebody to roll me a d20.
There's a 19.
Well,
19. Okay.
That's either really good or really bad.
You see a hitchhiker.
Your day starts off fine. You guys make good progress. Around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, as you guys are, starting to keep your eye out for rest locations for your night, you notice there's a wagon on the side of the road, upturned, its wheel kind of slowly spinning. There appears to be the signs of some sort of ambush.
Well, sucks to be them. Let's keep going.
Hang on a minute.
feels the spinning. This must have happened like a minute ago. You should probably get out of sight.
Yep. That's
Can I have a look for any evidence of what happened?
Sure, make me a perception.
I'll invest.
Not survival.
Well, no, because you're kind of looking.
It's all
for,
rubbish. It's
for-
all rubbish. Perception is 4.
4. Okay. You see the upturned wheel of the cart, and you see sort of things laid about. It definitely looks like an ambush, but you can't make out sort of the what happened.
Oh, keep an eye on me. I'm going to go and have a look at the cart.
I'll come with you.
All right.
Wait,
I will.
Wait.
think.
I will cast invisibility at 3rd level on both of you.
I will
Go, okay.
prepare an arrow and keep an eye out.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Right.
Swords out.
I'll have a look around the cart, look for tracks, look for any signs of blood.
Okay, make me a survival check.
22.
Okay. It's weird. From the distance, this definitely looked like the signs of an ambush. But as you approach, the cart doesn't seem to be damaged. There are no arrow marks, nothing that seems like the cart was attacked. And as you're kind of looking around, there's definitely kind of stuff lying around that looks like it was thrown out the cart. But it's all weirdly mismatched. It doesn't look like it was a merchant's cart or, a supply wagon. It's all just kind of random stuff. And there's no blood. And it's at that moment with a kind of sickening horror realization that you realize that this is probably the setup of something. And you hear a snap in the woods, kind of to the side of you. And I need, as this hulking creature with an enormous battle axe comes tearing out of the woods, and I need everybody to roll me initiative, as you guys are.
18.
20.
17.
Hold on.
Keep up.
I haven't got my bit of
Come on,
paper yet.
write faster.
Not that quick at writing.
Excuses. Oh, we have our fancy battle map screen.
Yeah.
Well, do we? Oh, yeah.
Yes, I set that up on the stream as well, so it looks really cool. I like it.
Right. Let's hope this thing is far enough away that I can do what I want to do.
Fire 60 chickens up its butt.
So that's step 2.
You've already used all your kittens, your chickens.
I haven't actually. I
No,
used
you
30
can't.
out of. Wait, was there just dramatic music from my hearing?
Yes, there
things?
was.
No, there is
there
dramatic
was.
music. You should go.
I
Okay,
might have
wait.
turned audio off on.
Dramatic music?
Oh, there was dramatic music.
There was like a second of dramatic music.
I don't seem to be hearing the dramatic music.
Oh no! Did you guys not? Oh wait, hold on. It's because I'm an idiot and
I can hear it now.
Right. That. Oh no, that's really annoying because I control the audio for it. I can't turn it down for myself. Oh no, I can. No, I can. Right, can you guys still hear it?
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear it.
Okay, cool. Right, I can turn it down for me so I can hear everybody without
Or we
turning
could just-
it down for you guys.
We could just shout really, really loudly.
No, don't do that.
Oh,
We
I
are
probably
on,
am.
We are on stream.
Yeah.
Don't do
I'm gonna,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not gonna
please don't
shout.
shout.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So.
It is worth noting that John and Marisk are still technically invisible until they make an attack.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Oh god, there's a lot of these things.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh whoa.
Orcs
Okay,
and,
we're all gonna die.
Orcs and
Yeah.
Orogs, that's terrifying. Okay.
So, can I please have John's initiative?
18.
18. Marina's.
2.
Kez.
23.
23. Jesus. 3.
17.
And Marisk.
20.
20. Holy crap. Okay. So the cart is kind of here. I know there is not a cart on the map. I'm sorry, Ed. Yeah, the cart's kind of here. So Marisk and
I'd be over by the cart.
yeah, where this gap is where the cart is. I need the
And
Ugh.
John will be next to me.
Yep. Right, there I am.
Oh, I forgot to do my. I forgot to roll my portents for the day. That's awful.
Or average numbers right in the middle.
Very average numbers.
Ooh.
I was at least hoping I might make one of them fail a saving throw.
Okay. So, Hubert will be here. So yeah, if you guys could place yourselves where you would be, knowing that the cart's kind of here.
Yeah, so you would all be on the road.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so first up into the initiative is Kez.
What can I see?
So you can see this orc, this larger looking orc, and this orc. These orcs over here, they're kind of obscured by the trees.
I didn't notice them. Just seeing the ones closing in on.
Yeah, you see
friends.
these three kind of closing in on the invisible John and Marisk.
Okay, so as I said, I had my bow ready. So I will use my bonus action to cast Zephyr Strike,
Nice.
which will let me add a d8 to my next attack. And then I will attack the closest one with my bow.
Okay.
That's a 10 to hit.
A 10 misses, I'm afraid.
And I will try again. Zephyr Strike still exists. That's 18.
18 hits.
And that is a 8 points of piercing plus 8 points of force.
8 points of piercing, 8 points of force. Wow. So with one fell arrow strike, you take out one of these orcs. His black blood kind of his black blood splitting the trees behind him as he kind of falls down crying. You see this one kind of look towards you and go and kind of points at you with his axe.
Yeah, come at me.
That is Kez, it is your turn. Marisk.
Muttering over fucking orcs. And I'll take one of my explosive crossbow bolts and draw it down my arm, and draw blood, and lay it in the crossbow, and I'll fire it across explosive crossbow bolt at the big one.
Hey.
With a 15.
15 misses.
Curse and fire again.
Okay.
It's 24.
24 hits. Is this another explosive bolt?
It is. I'm using explosive bolts unless I say otherwise now.
Okay, cool. So roll your damage.
1d8 plus 3, that is 9 points of damage from the crossbow bolt itself.
Yep.
With it's another d6 for the explosive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's 4 points from the explosive, and then my other. There we go. 1d6 of. That's what I've got to roll my. I take some damage myself, so. Just got to roll a d. I take 2 points of damage to have done that to myself, and that is 6 points from the Blood Maledict curse. So that is 9, 6, and 4. That's 19 points of damage to the big one at the front.
Ooh, and you are no longer invisible.
Nope.
Nice. Okay. Well, with that, it is the turn of the big orcs. And this one kind of looking towards Kez and his nasty arrows as your bolt, the first one flying over his shoulder and exploding in the woods behind him, the second one embedding, exploding, and then the blood maledict starts to seep into his veins. He's kind of like, you little me big, you squish. And he will go. He will move to there, and he will make his 2 attacks on you. The first one being a 10, which I'm guessing misses.
It does, man.
And the second one being a natural 20.
Duck.
So you take. Oh no! You take max damage, which is 28 points of slashing damage. As his kind of first attack, he swings and he's kind of pivoting on the shoulder that you hit, and it kind of makes him jerk slightly. But his second attack, he kind of wheels up for a big over the head and just brings it down hard, burying the battle axe into sort of the region between sort of your shoulder and your necks, and it goes deep. And he kind of like places his foot on your knee and wrenches it out. This orc will go. How far is it to? Yeah, he's going to use his bonus action to kind of point at you, Kez, and go, "You, mine." And he will sprint to there. And he will make his 2 attacks on you. The first one is a miss, so you got 2. The second one is a unnatural 20.
Okay.
So you take you take 13 points of slashing damage
Right.
from this larger orc. And that is their turn. It is now the turn of John.
Yeah, I'm gonna help Marisk with this big fella here, and I'm gonna take a shot with my sword at him.
Okay. You are no longer invisible.
No,
Okay.
but the first hit is going to have advantage because you're striking from invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll with advantage for the first hit.
Point. I never did that with my arm.
That's a hang on. A 17.
A 17 misses.
I'm gonna take another shot.
Okay.
And that is a 15.
15 misses.
Crap.
So as you take your 2 swings, you kind of seeing the kind of the damage this one did to Maris. You're kind of trying to keep out of his way, and you're hesitantly trying to swing at him, and he's just it's strange. You don't expect him to move as quickly as he does for a creature of his size, and he just kind of dodges and ducks out of your sword swings. And he kind of just turns and laughs at you and goes, "Small man can't hit big thing."
I don't like you.
And if that's everything for you, John.
Yeah, that's everything for me.
Frey, you are.
Right, people have moved. That's annoying.
You can't fireball everyone every single time.
Oh, but I can try. I'm tempted to go ice knife actually on these people. What's the range? 60 feet. So I can. Am I right in thinking I can hit both of the 2 orcs still down here?
Yep, you can.
If I twin ice knife. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna cast Ice Knife at 3rd level, using sorcery points to twin the spell and have it hit, or try and hit both of these 2.
Okay. So the first attack will be against this one, the second one will be against this one. So roll for the first one.
13.
13 just hits.
Oh, it just hits. Okay, so then that's what, 1d10 piercing damage. Then it explodes. Oh god, I forgot how many dice you have to roll for this. Okay, 1 point of piercing damage.
Okay. And the ice knife explodes.
So that's a dex saving throw, DC 15.
For the other one, he fails.
Isn't it for both of them?
It's within 5 feet, so I think.
For both of them, well, so they both fail.
Oh, excellent. So that's 8 points of cold damage.
For both. Nice.
Oh, stop it, Alexa, I'm not talking to you.
Okay, and then roll the attack for the second one.
I'm sorry, my Alexa keeps talking to me, it's so annoying. For the second one, it's 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So then 4 points of piercing damage.
Piercing. And what's the dex save DC?
15.
Okay, so the one you just hit fails, the other one succeeds.
Okay, so the one that fails. Oh, hang on, it's supposed to be 4d6, not 2d6. Oops, I can't count. That's 8 plus 5, whatever, 8 plus 13 points of cold damage.
He's dead. As the ice knife explodes, you see sort of icicles start to creep up him, and he slowly kind of freezes. And as he kind of falls, bits of him shatter off, and you can see where the ice is kind of like frozen and coagulated some of the blood. His body looks rough. And with that, it is the turn of the orcs. This one will sprint into combat there. He will, hold on. Yeah, this one will run to there. This one will run to there, and this one will run to there.
Uh-oh.
And then they will all take their attacks. So this one here is making his attack against you, John.
Okay.
Does a that's a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
You take 11 points of slashing damage.
No. All right.
This one here is taking his attack against you three. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
You take 15 points of slashing damage.
What?
This one here will be attacking you, Marina. I'm guessing an 18 hits you.
You know it does.
Oh, you
I
have
just
an
wa-
AC of
I-
like 8.
I just wanted you to say it.
My armor class is 8.
No, I know.
Squishy wizard.
You take 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Well, why does she only take 6? She's ridiculously squishy.
Because that's what I rolled. Don't blame me.
Frey feels cheated.
He saves that, and then that one will take his attack against Hubert. What is Hubert's armor class actually? 15.
We
so
did
yeah,
promise to keep Hubert alive, though.
that saves. I know. I'm trying to keep Hubert alive. Oh, I'm not doing a very good job of it. I'm not doing a very good job of it though, as Hubert takes 14 points of damage.
Out of how many hit points?
65.
Oh, he's fine.
So Hubert's doing okay. He does though need to. Yeah, no, he's still fine.
Oh yeah, maybe right next to him is not the place to be standing.
So that is their go. Marina,
Yeah.
you are up next.
Yeah, I am. Well, I can't do the thing I was gonna do. Because I'm pretty sure I'm out of range on the. Yeah, I'm out of range on that guy, and honestly, I have more pressing matters to deal with right now.
Turning invisible might be a good idea.
It probably would, but I think instead Marina is going to. Oh, I don't know what to do. She is going to cast. Alright, yeah. She is going to cast blindness on.
Okay.
She's going to cast blindness on the one that just hit her, and this big one over here. So they have to make Constitution saving throws. And the one that's all the way over here fighting Marisk and John, I'm going to give him my 9 on from my portent.
Okay, so.
And I'm just hoping he doesn't have a higher than +6 bonus to his con save.
He does not. No, he fails.
Okay, cool. And then,
So he is blind.
and then the guy that just hit me also has to make the con save.
Yeah.
Why is there just a random square now?
Nothing. I'm not plotting anything.
Oh no! I know what you're doing.
What's the
No, you
blurb
don't.
radius?
No, I do know what you're doing because Free has one move. The con save, yes.
Con save.
He fails. He rolled a 4,
Cool. So they're both
and
they're both blind.
they are both blind.
Yeah.
As you kind of reach out your hand, the magic kind of appears, and you suddenly see the one in front of you kind of grab his eyes and goes, "Ugh! Blackness, no see." And you see a very similar thing happening to this one down here, as you can see blood start pouring from their eyes.
Oh, that's dark.
They just go. Someone get these things off me! That's my turn.
I
because
forgot to.
If I move, they're gonna hit me again.
It is now Hubert's turn. Hubert rolled really poor on his initiative. And he will make his 2 attacks against this. No, he'll make 1 attack on this orc and 1 on this orc who is blind. So
Yeah, advantage against the blind one.
yeah, the first attack, which doesn't have advantage, the first one hits, yes, almost definitely, and it is 12. Okay, so and then advantage on the one that's blind. Yep, that hits. Ooh! For the one in front of Marina falls as Hubert kind of takes a passing swing at the one in front of him, trying to bat him away so he can get a clear swing at the one in front of you, Marina, and he just cleaves it in 2. He now has to make 2 wisdom saves. The first one he succeeds. And as he kind of cleaves the second one in 2, Marina, you see Hubert begin to breathe deeper and deeper, his breath kind of getting shallower and shallower, and you suddenly see him turn with this malicious gaze at the one in front of him and just yell this roar of anger and hatred at him as he goes into a rage.
Oh,
Nobody,
God.
buddy.
Katie, if you're watching, I'm so sorry.
Shouldn't you apologize to the squishy people right next to him?
Oh, smash!
Why? It's Hubert I'm doing this to. But with that, we are back to the cop of the combat round. Top of the combat round.
Were you going to say what I thought you were going to say?
At the cop of the combat round.
That's exactly what I was going to say, yes, and then I caught myself. Kez.
I am going to cast another Zephyr Strike. So I don't like
Okay.
this guy in front of me, and I'm going to dip and duck and dive and get out of his range. And
Okay,
then
are you... he will take an attack of
a
opportunity.
Zephyr Strike prevents attacks of opportunity.
Oh, Zephyr Strike does that, yeah.
Well, that's handy. No, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know Zephyr Strike did that. That's nice to know.
Yeah, that came up in the Battle Royale, I think.
Cool. That's a
Um,
handy ability to have. I'm going to take my jump off 'cause it's bloody hot.
You have a jumper on, you lunatic.
What?
Listen, it was really windy up where I live today, and taking the dog for a walk, it was super breezy. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to put a really light jumper on. And I just kind of kept it on all day.
Insane.
because it was
All
breezy.
day. How are you not dead?
It was breezy, and I had my window open, but now I have it closed because otherwise the bugs get in at night, and I was suddenly very slowly overheating.
And I think I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to use Sharpshooter.
Okay.
For my first hit. Nope, that's not going to work. That is a 7 to hit.
Yeah,
My
7
second hit,
misses.
I will not use Sharpshooter. Ooh, 14.
14 misses.
Okay.
Is your 2 arrows. The first one kind of sailing wide. The second one, this large orc creature just kind of cuts it in two and just kind of looks at you with this toothy grin, smiling. He just goes, me squish you now.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to move a little bit further. There we go. As far as I can go.
Okay.
Zephyr Strike stays active until I actually hit something. So.
Nice. That's good to know. Marisk.
Maris is pissed. Does hitting someone that's blind, you get advantage?
Yeah.
Excellent. Right, I've got Crimson Right up. I've got which you cast as a bonus action and stays present and magic until whilst I'm holding the weapon. So I've still got hold of the weapon. I've got another Crimson Right of the Dawn. As a bonus action, imbue the weapon to strike for a further 1d6 radiant damage with an extra 1d6 versus damage versus undead. But they're not undead. So it stacks according to this. So that I can't. So I'm doing another bonus action. I'm going to go Right of the Dawn on the same weapon I've got in my hand, and I've got to take damage for that, which is 3 points of damage to myself.
Okay. Yeah. If it says they stack,
Yeah, it just says extra radiant damage. So and they're bonus actions, so you can do one each time, all the while you're holding the weapon. So it's a different thing. So I am going to launch another. So with advantage, so I rolled a 19 on the first roll and a 13 on the second with advantage. So 19 with advantage.
Yeah, the 19 hits.
Right, so this could be quite dramatic. That's 5 points of piercing damage. Then 4 and 9 points of radiant damage from the two stacked blood curses, and then 5 points of explosive damage from the bolt. So that's 9 and 9's 18 plus, so 23 points of damage.
Ooh. As your bolt hits him and explodes, and in this sort of radiant energy, you see him kind of take a step towards you before he takes a step back and keels over with a sickening thud. That orc is dead.
I've got another shot, 'cause that's my first shot, so I will quickly assess, and I'll spin around and take. I'm aware that the other large one engaged. Fuck it, what should I do? I'm more inclined to take the large ones out, so I'm gonna.
Okay, you're gonna shoot the other large one?
I'm gonna shoot the other boss dude with a straight roll. That's 17.
17 misses.
Right. Okay.
Okay, with that, it is the turn of the other, the last remaining large orc. Any, let me just. Yeah, he will take out this horn and blow on it, and this sort of deep warble sound, kind of a memory from it goes. You see the other sort of orcs will take notice of this, and he will start to back off. In fact, he will disappear off the map. That is his turn. John, it is your turn.
Big guy in front of me. I'm just gonna go in with the sword.
Okay.
All right. Right. That is a dirty 20.
Yeah, dirty 20 hits.
Cool. Right. So am I rolling for damage?
Whatever your sword damage is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's 6 points of damage.
He's dead.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Do I still got my?
You've still got another
You got your
attack action, but you've got nobody around you to attack.
Yeah, that's a good
You
point.
can move.
You can move.
You
Yeah,
can
I
move.
could
You
move.
can move and attack if you want.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna head. See, can I go here to this one over here?
Which one?
This one here, the one in front of Hubert.
Yeah, you can make it.
Okay, cool. Right, I'm gonna have another attack. Yeah, I'm gonna have another attack, and that is a 19.
Definitely hits.
Okay, let's roll for damage. Nine points of damage.
That one is also dead.
If I action surge, can I go over here to this one next to Marina?
You have. Yeah, you can use your last 10 feet of movement.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna action surge. Okay.
Yeah, make 2 more attacks.
That is a 22.
That hits.
Mm-hmm. 6 points of damage again.
Yep. Roll your second attack.
It's an 18.
18 still hits.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, these ones don't have a very
That's
big.
that's another 6 points of damage.
Another 6 points of damage. Nice. This one is looking really, really rough.
Come on, beastie. I could go all day.
3. It is your turn.
Right. Step 1 is yeeting myself the hell out of here. So, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Misty Step.
Mm-hmm.
How far is 30 feet? There. Okay. I'm gonna teleport over there, and then I'm going to. What can I do? I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the last remaining orc.
Okay.
14 to hit.
14 just hits.
Oh, excellent. And then 2d10 damage. Just a 6 and 10. 16.
Yeah. This orc erupts into a ball of fire. And the orcs seem to be no more. Marina, you are up next.
But there doesn't seem to be anyone else around so far?
No, there seem to be no more orcs.
Okay,
Hubert is still in a rage.
Oh, right.
He's looking back and forth for something to kill.
Marina will... Marina will stand where she is, next to Hubert, and look up at him and go, It's all done now, buddy. They're all gone. Fighting stopped. And he's gonna like place a hand on his arm and give him, try and give him a help action in his next save.
Okay. It is now Hubert's turn. He gets advantage on his wisdom saving throws. And as he looks down at you, rage in his eyes. And for a moment, Marina, you think he's going to take a swing at you. But he drops his shoulders and his eyes kind of look down at you and then down at his feet. And he kind of just sits on the ground and is just staring at the floor, quiet, not saying anything. Not that he says much when he's, not that he says much anyway, but you get the sense that he's no longer ranging and he's in that sort of state of shock that he goes into after a rage.
And Marina will kind of just drop down to the ground and just be kind of clutching her side and go, ow.
Do you want some healing?
Not that bad, but I never got hurt before. Nothing ever hit me before.
Yeah.
It gets better.
You get used to it. Maybe you don't want to get used to it.
I don't want to get used to this.
John, you got pretty beaten up. Are you alright?
It'll be fine. Just a couple of scratches. My arm's bleeding.
Blood streaming down his face.
Yeah. Hang on. Oh, there's blood on my face.
Your arm's bleeding. That fucking nearly cut mine off. Jesus.
Let's not get bogged down by who's bleeding the worst.
Was it Maris who got the critical hit? Sorry, I thought it was John.
Yeah, Maris, yeah.
Sorry,
I don't know how much Maris.
I got yeeted like 50% almost in one hit.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Shouldn't have been standing so close, should you, Maris?
Oh, wow. That's really, is that really called for?
Yes.
I wanted to try and blind both of the big ones, but then one of the little ones came and hit me with an axe, and maybe we should just check them for stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to search the big one by my feet.
Yeah, I'm going to search the other one down here.
Make investigation checks for me.
Can I search the cart to see if there's anything
Yeah, I was going to say,
like useful we missed?
Search
Sure.
around the site where they set up this ambush.
I gotta. Oh, sorry, to carry on.
So, do you think we should follow the one that got away?
One
In
got
case
away.
there are more that might be killing other people.
Suggest we don't hang around here too long.
That's true.
I got a 12 on it with advantage.
A 12, okay. On the big one, you find a mean-looking battle axe. You find a couple of javelins, a small coin purse filled with 2 silvers and 15 copper, and that's it.
I'll take the javelins and sort of wave the battle axe up to Hubert. Any good?
Hubert's not looking at you. Hubert's just looking down at the floor.
Fair enough. I've got a couple of javelins in, so 2 silver and 15 copper.
Mm-hmm.
When you say nasty looking battle axe, as in just it looks a bit gory, or that it looks like it might be magical?
As in, it just looks a bit gory, and it doesn't look very well maintained. It's kind of chipped.
That's fine.
Well used, I suppose, is a better term for it. It's well used.
I rolled a 7 on my investigation.
You don't find anything on the other orcs. Kind of just what they had. Their simple leather armor, their battle axes, and a couple of javelins.
Okay. There's not much here.
I got a 22.
Got a
Okay.
16.
Again, looking around the cart, it looks like it was set up so it would look convincing from a ways off. And it looks like it was designed to simply draw people in. But if anybody inspected it closely, this clearly isn't an ambush. The cart is fresh and isn't damaged at all. It's literally just tipped over. And all the stuff looks like it is just junk. It's kind of ripped clothes, and there are a couple of empty boxes, a few sheets of torn up parchment that just look like they've been thrown about. Nothing useful.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah, thought maybe they would have missed something, but I don't know. Let's get out of here before that other one comes back with more people.
Well, what if he does and they actually manage to kill some poor travelers?
Well, it won't be us because we'll be far away.
I mean,
Yeah, but it could be refugees. You don't know. People trying to escape the war. Last thing they need is a band of angry orcs killing and robbing.
So you're suggesting
Burn the cart if you want prey.
Sorry?
You
What was
can
that?
Burn the cart.
We could burn the cart.
I don't know if that helps though with the someone else falling into the trap.
We could burn down the forest so they have nowhere to hide.
That seems a bit extreme.
And probably
You
not.
come up with solutions then.
I did come up with the solution. I came up with the polyweed idea.
Not to this specific problem.
Okay, so are we suggesting that we just hide out here and see if this other guy comes back, or?
Well, I could probably track him,
Okay.
maybe.
I am inclined to finish them off if that's an option.
Yeah, let's see if we can track him back somewhere.
Okay.
If you've got an option for healing, I'd take it before we go too far, though. That attack smarted.
Okay. I can I'll do cure wounds at 2nd level. Eleven, 13 points of healing for you.
Thank you.
Don't suppose you could give me some similar treatment. I mean, I'm not in a bad way, but it could be a little bit better.
If you can hold out, I can give it to you when you really need it.
That's fine. I can hold out.
Like a battle.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
I would like to keep my remaining spell slots.
Understand. Let's go find him.
It's hunting time.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, so whoever's leading the party, can you make me a survival check?
Because
I will do it. And now. Rolling rubbish today.
So what was the survival check?
It was 10.
10, okay. At first, it's quite easy to follow him, as he didn't look like he was trying to cover his tracks very well. You're kind of following the broken branches and the deep-set footprints that this heavily armored, heavy-set orc makes. But the further you kind of get into the woods, the harder it is to kind of pick the tracks out from the general woodland activity and the broken branches, kind of, it's hard to pick out the trail, and you kind of, you get maybe 500 meters into the woods before you lose the trail.
Oh, wait a second. Sorry, this is my favored terrain, and I found out my proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when you make an intelligence or wisdom check. So if that
Okay.
proficiency is, that would make it a 13.
Okay. No, that does actually change it. You get a bit further into the woods as you kind of, as the train starts to speak out to you a bit more, further you get in. And the trail ends up leading you to a small, what looks like a small camp. There's a fire that looks like it was lit last night. You see a few crude tents. It looks like there was definitely somebody here that hastily packed up, but they don't seem to be here now. The tents all have a marking on them of a silver, almost like an iron fist with a ring of chains surrounding it. There are weapons and supplies here,
But so
nothing else.
the camp only looks big enough for the number of.
It looks like it was set out for 6. And it looks like somebody was here recently and packed up and left.
Anything interesting that's been left behind? Anything valuable? Or...
Make an investigation check.
I'm thinking whilst they're looking around, I might do just on a whim, do a ritual detect magic.
Okay.
Just to see if anything comes up. I'm not expecting anything, but...
They might have stolen something good.
Yeah.
15 on the investigation, by the way.
Okay. Nothing that you find interesting. It's just spare weapons and food. You see a few hunting traps, but no money, and nothing particularly interesting. Marina, your detect magic doesn't bring anything up.
I figured.
It's interesting, the sigil. Did you say sigil?
The symbol.
Fist symbol. Kind of implies it's a larger, organized group.
I can have a look at it. Does the symbol mean anything to me?
I'll have a look as well, knowing what I know.
So Marisk and Marina, you two can do history checks for me.
27. Natural 20.
Wow, okay.
13 and 12 with advantage 13.
13, okay. Marisk, you don't recognize this symbol. You know, you've kind of looked at various orc tribes, at least the ones that are left that haven't sort of been brought into civilization. None of these are ones that you recognize. Marina, you look more closely at it and you realize that it's not the symbols here don't belong to one particular roaming orc clan. It looks like this is a combination of several. You notice the sort of the closed fist of the the sky punches. Its metal coloration indicating that this is probably that it's probably belonging more to the iron gauntlet, and then the chain around it. The iron chain is the chain breakers symbol. And with a natural 20, there's this horrifying realization that this is probably, all this symbolization coming together like this probably means that the sort of the last remnants of the roaming orc tribes have probably come together.
It looks like these orcs are getting organized. There's 3 different orc tribe symbols here all joined together. So these things are could become really dangerous. They're
We'll just keep killing them until we're done.
And as you guys are kind of standing around looking, talking, you notice that Hubert's just staring at the symbol. This kind of, his usual kind of things like this vacant stare, suddenly focused.
You okay, buddy?
You right there, mate?
This look familiar.
You seen it before?
Me used to run with clan like that, and he points to the symbol. And he kind of rolls up one of his sleeves, and you see a brand mark on it of a clenched fist.
Holy shit.
Well, didn't see that coming.
It's alright, you run with us now.
Yeah. You're with us now. We don't do that.
No, we don't do that. That's messed up.
She'll cover up the brand again. Saying,
Mm.
we don't do stuff like that to each other. We'll keep an eye out for these people. And if they start causing trouble for us, then we'll deal with it when that happens. So,
Maris thinks for a minute. The brand that Hubert showed wasn't what he's been looking for all this time, is it?
Make a history check. No, I'm going to say make a insight. It's a bit of a weird one to try and gauge what to roll for.
19.
You look at Hubert's brand, and you look back towards the symbol, and suddenly there are you're suddenly remembering the stories your parents told you of the attack. Stories that you don't like remembering and recalling, especially the details. And there is this horrible realization that you recall a detail from your mother's telling of it, that one of the orcs carried a banner of a blood red fist surrounded by chains. And you're guessing that the band that attacked your village either had a connection to Hubert's band, and so this one, and the thought kind of refuses to come across your mind after everything that you and Hubert have been through. But you can't help but think that it's the same band.
So, is there anything else we need to do here? Should we move on? Because I think this is bringing up some painful stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm all for getting the hell out of here.
Yeah, let's go.
Feel free to torch it as we're going.
3.
Fire.
The tents go up. And as you guys head back onto the road and start heading back south towards the city of Burgate. And that is where we will leave tonight's session.
It's stressful.
Holy shit, that was a reveal.
Very crazy.
Whoa.
So before we leave you guys for this evening, thanks for those who are watching and for sticking with us throughout this. The stream stays on Twitch for a while, and will probably be moved over to our YouTube at some point, which is great. But as I said, we are currently working towards our next stretch goal on Twitch. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can actually subscribe for free through your Prime account. It helps us out, doesn't cost you anything, so please get on that. But otherwise, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.